because of this problem, now, the right people to present a budget to is 4 or 5 members. Just because there is a score to settle with his former boss or his boss, as the case may be. It's a case of absurdity. A situation where 27 people in a one first this thing will just decide to leave the party that brought them to power and join a party. That to about 6 months ago, they were blaming for as a leper, political leper. You understand? Now it has become the darling bride of they are now the darling, the party is now their darling bride. So it is all part of absurdity. But I will start by saying that if you look, the listeners should look carefully in what the divine book said, the holy book said. He said, whosoever listen to the wise shall be wise, and whosoever listen to the fool shall not only be a fool, shall be destroyed. So in the light of this, I am looking at it that the best bet is for the river stakeholders, the elders in the South geopolitical zone to come together and settle them. Be that as it may, sir. I must say it, I have never in life blamed godfathers. Because when I was coming up in life, there was a newspaper called Lagos Weekend. The page 39, second to the last, was what we call Waka Waka.
Yeah.
That was the column, Waka Waka, very popular. And a page before Waka Waka, we have another column, full page. The caption was, Godfathers never sleep. Godfathers never sleep. If you know what godfathers pass through, it's just like a mother that doesn't sleep at night. What godfathers pass through to install their godson is not easy. So I always tell people, if you must go the way of Godfather, be ready to serve the Godfather, or you remain like me. I'm not bothered. I'm not the best journalist of the Kanaya, but I'm living happily with my life. I refuse to serve Godfather. Of recent out of you, I resigned my appointment as director of media APC. I did not consult anybody before I resigned, and the appointment came through God and this platform of Invicta, because it was when Malam Nasir Rifari asked me. I said they should give this man the job. So when the place was becoming unconducive for me, I resigned. No godfather. So if you must have a godfather, you must be ready to serve him. Because your boss, if you boss him, the boss is capable of bossing you. But the thing is that you might not know the meaning of these bosses because they sound alike. Boss.
B-O-S.
B-O-S.
B-O-X.
Yes.
Box.
Box. You know I'm
Box.
Box, thank you. You know you schooled in London. When you box your boss now will now put you in a Portmoto bus.
The second boss is B-O-S-S. The first one is B-O-X.
The second one is
B-O-S-S.
and the third one is the boss.
Your boss.
The third one is boss, which is like a Portmoto. It will now put you in a Portmoto and boss you, padlock it, throw it into River Kaduna. So that's why they say if you boss your boss will boss you. So if I tell somebody, they will be surprised. My boss, as it is today, are my children. I consult, I relate with them very well, and I don't think they will boss me. So the case in Rivers State is that Fubara has refused to play the role, the agreement that brought him to power. And for me, Wike too made a mistake in his choice of bringing somebody, because Fubara was one of the least to be considered for that post. But because he wanted to appeal to the sentiment, his just sentiment, he brought Fubara, who is from Opobo, who is just like a fringe town between the Ogonis and the Ijos. It's a fringe town. So now Wike made a mistake by bringing Fubara, and Fubara made a mistake by not following the rules that brought him. If it is the rule that brought you says this structure must not be allowed to collapse, and you say yes sir, that yes sir must be yes sir. Otherwise, why did Wike not come to Kaduna and look for Longshore? So please, that is my.
All right. The controversial one.
Yeah, I beg to take a little differing, not a different opinion from that of my elder colleague here. You see, the Constitution on three occasions have stated it clearly that if a party, you are elected on a party platform, say All People's Congress, all Nigerian People's Party or anything, and you go to their State House of Assembly or National Assembly, and then you defect, you will lose your seat because it is the party that was elected and that brought you up. It happened in the case of the Supreme Court, I mean, Abegunde versus Ondo State House of Assembly. Are you getting it? One defected and his seat was declared vacant. And he went to court, and the Supreme Court said it was the party that was actually elected. In 2007, Amechi was supposed to be the candidate of PDP, and I'm sure he won the primaries and everything. But through some abracadabra, EFCC, Obasanjo hounded him and he ran away. And Wike and others fought till they got to the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court said it was the party that was elected, not an individual. Therefore, Celestine Omehia left, had to step down. Are you getting it? Now, I can go on and give you instances where the Supreme Court has ruled that if you are elected on a political party, especially to the House of to the legislature, if you decamp, you will lose your seat. But in Nigeria, things are not the way it is supposed to be. I'll tell you two scenarios. In the run-up to 2015 general election or so, in 2014, if you remember, the North, particularly, particular section, there was this gang, and the Southwest, gang up against Goodluck, especially from the lower house. This man now is a senator, the former governor, Ambua, was the Speaker of the House. When some party members defected from PDP and went to APC, he never did anything. He let it go because he was the Speaker. He has the right to declare their seat vacant. But because he was actually an APC member in disguise, and later event proved, he went to APC. He let it go. Then, the same time, Senator Mark was the Senate president. I remember Abubakar Bukola Saraki and some other members got up and they said they want to announce their defection to APC. Mark stepped them down. He said, don't do that. They got up again and said, don't do that. Later, when they went behind, he said, look, if you declare your intention, if you move to APC on the floor, I will declare your seat vacant. And you will spend the rest of these 2 years or how many months fighting, and you will not receive one single penny.
Yeah.
I'm not Tambua. I will follow the law.
Yeah.
And that was why you see the upper house did not do such a thing. Now, you see, coming back to Rivers, whether 24 or 25 members of the house, they defected to APC, but they were not really elected under the platform of APC. And the law has stated it. Whether one person or two persons that are there, the governor, will present his budget and pass his laws.
We have a precedent in the case of Edo State.
Edo State.
Yeah.
I wanted to come to that too. You understand? So what they are doing is impunity. And I've been saying it. And I'm not a fan of impunity. And unfortunately, the ruling party, both at most of the state and at the federal level, seems to promote impunity right from its inception. Take it or leave it. I'm a journalist and I have to write it or state it the way it is for God and for country. Right from inception, they promote impunity. Whether if it favors them, impunity goes. If it does not, they rail. And they do that. That is just it. Now, I'm not done. Okay. I'm not done. Now, are you getting it? Coming back to Godfatherism, not more than 3 years ago, this very man we call Wike today went to Ondo, went to Edo, and told them that. Told these people, first of all, he told your governor, say, don't agree to Godfather. He did the same thing. Now he's eating his vomit and he's telling He's in God's son. You must follow me. Now, again, history has it all the same. That once you install a governor, especially a governor or a president, the chief executive of a state or of a country, he has powers that is beyond you. The fact is, you are just a minister. Now, he's the executive. You understand? He has all the levers. And don't forget, that levers you are seeing has a way of producing stubborn chief executives. Amechi versus Goodluck.
Yeah.
The same people, 27 lawmakers also wanted to remove Amechi. Amechi came with only 4 people, broke the head of the speaker, and nothing happened, and he remained.
Yeah.
Wike versus Amechi and versus Buhari. In 2015, when Wike became the president, Buhari said that election, became the governor of Rivers. Buhari too, incidentally, at that time became the president. The first thing he said, that Rivers election, that election that produced Wike is fraudulent, that we shall probe it. It will not stand. Jesse Lacan, the electoral commissioner, spent some months in detention, all in it to prove that the election was flawed. That is the Rivers election. Wike stood. 2019, army, police, air force, guns pointed. Wike still survived it, despite the fact that at the poster boys, we have 2 poster boys, APC. Then we have Baba, or is it Fashola of Lagos, and we have Amechi. There was nothing they did not do. Wike remained. So that state you are seeing has a way of resisting federal intimidation and might. And again, there is a danger. I've given you this thing. There's a danger where when you say Amechi, this man has to obey his godfather, this and that. You remember Angiki?
Yeah. And the
Ubas. What was in the details? The devil were in the details of the agreement. You give me so amount of money, this one will go to this one will go to this. Then you are just putting a figurehead. If the man remains quiet, he only remains quiet because let me get there. And where the mistake came from is we should have defected to APC right from the onset. But they knew that if they go to APC, they will not win.
Yeah.
And they took the people for a ride. And the governor too felt, okay, let me just follow him. And at the end, I'll show my face. Are you getting it?
Yeah.
So there is a danger. The deception really started from Wike himself. Let us begin to ask, what were the agreements between Wike, and why did Wike so bent on removing this governor, even to pushing legislators to committing, lawlessness? They know the law, and they are matching the law, and they are committing impunity by defecting when they have not vacated their seats.
And when we are talking about what really was there, one cannot even put his finger on what really the issues are, other than the fact that rumors that he gave me 25%, no, I can only give you 10%, you cannot appoint all of these. And
it's obvious now when you are looking at it. The 24 members that defected, 27, all of them are in the camp of Wike.
Yeah.
That means Wike brought them.
Yeah.
The cabinet members, not even legislators now. The person that Fubara was appoint you minister of this, chief of staff, this, that. A lot of them have defected. That means it was Wike that handed them over that this must be this. Then what do you expect the governor to do? Attention, left, right, zombie, move forward, move forward. That is it.
Sorry, sir, because of time. I am very happy and grateful to my colleague. The fact remains that you made a very good point, some good points, but there are things I want to correct. Number one, Omea did not win the primaries. It was Amechi that won the primaries. But along the line, Amechi offended Obasanjo, then they substituted his name with Omea. And Omea won and was sworn in. Amechi now called on his friend, his brother, Wike, who was the chairman of Obiapo local government of the queries. And he now asked Amechi to go to Ghana on his side. And he started fighting. They fought the court to Supreme Court. That was when the court said, you need 2 people to contest the election, the party and the person. There's no judgment as not to be corrected by Supreme Court that says only the party. No. I was Assistant National Secretary of Alliance for Democracy.
Supersedes.
No.
I'll wait for you to.
Equal status. And secondly, I take exception to the fact that you say APC is the mother of impunity. No, impunity started with Obasanjo when he asked Senator Ogunlewe to decamp from Lagos East Senator to become a member. I wept that day as Assistant National Secretary of AT. He later on, when he lost in 2003, he gave him the Minister of Works. He was the one who came to supervise that bridge at Kawo as minister. It's like I should break his head, if not because of our profession there. You see, my brother, you cannot say impunity start with APC. If you say it's impunity, what will you call Obasanjo? Don't you know how many people that are defected? But that is not the issue. Is even the Abegunde matter is from my state. Is the president executive director of NNDDC, corporate affairs. So his own was not a matter of defection. It was because he had problem with them in the house. Then they now said he should go and retrace his step to the APC, ACN people. Then that was what caused the problem. So now the issue I said earlier is that if you must eat with the devil, they say you must eat with long spoon. But Shifaula of Blessed Memory said instead of eating with the devil with long spoon, don't eat with him with it at all, because his magical power can make the spoon to be longer than your own. And my brother, is it by force that you must be a governor? I will never take any position from my peacemaker general of Nigeria, as I used to call it. Once there's any string attached, I will not. I like my freedom. If Fubara was my brother and he told me that he wanted to do this and this is the condition, I would say no. Why must you take it? But Wike said, what I ask from me is very simple. Don't destroy the structure that brought you to power. And when you are a journalist and you are a lawyer, you are a politician, you know the meaning of structure in politics. Structure is purely logistical support to those who make you to be powerful.
That's kickback in essence.
No.
Like to,
don't destroy this structure.
You said logistics. In politics, when we talk about logistics,
I would like to.
about money.
I will even. When you say logistics or structure, structure does not only include logistics. It includes the people you are recommending, and also the money that is attached. Now, please let's be clear about
In fact, I don't.
When you talk about that, structure, Wiki said so, and I laughed. Don't touch, don't destroy the political structure that you brought into power. That means even if your commissioner of finance was caught being corrupt, let him remain there.
It's not your job.
Please allow
not to do that.
If your commissioner of police, so you cannot
checkmate.
remove him. Is that what you are saying? Your president, my president, removed the governor of Central Bank.
You can remove him.
He removed a lot of it. In short, he sacked somebody just a few days ago.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't say it's not his district. Again,
now land.
Again, when you say the structure, and he discovers probably, and only assuming, and I'm not asserting that this one of the commissioners are stealing, and you decide to remove him, and the lord of the manor, the big boss, gets angry. That is it. And probably some 25% is going to his one particular account against 2027. And this man says, no, I'm not party to it. You have tampered with the structure.
Okay, before we go on, let's look at it now. We have looked at it from the angle of the law, setting of the parties. We've looked at it from the political angle. Now let's look at it from the angle of humanity now. First, when you get someone, give him everything that he needs to get into that position. In Nigeria, we call it not a mentor, a godfather. When you get to that position and he gives you instruction, at what point would you continue to follow your godfather's instruction? At what point would you deviate? Now, for those that are politically adept at maneuvering the waters, would one say that Fubara is playing the right game? Because don't forget too, every godfather started from somewhere.
Yes.
And to be a godfather, you must have stayed somewhere.
Yes.
And to occupy that position. Now, how would we look at the way Fubara is going about this whole thing?
You know, Fubara is fighting for his survival. That's number one. And you see, the situation is a little bit tricky. If Wike had said, look, let us all go to APC before the
Election,
elections,
they most likely may lose.
they may lose. Are you getting it? And he said no. That is where this deception started from. And they all moved all under the platform of PDP and they went. And now you remain, you understand, he will tell you remain like that. Be with us while I go to
Federal.
the federal and let's do the damage and then we march. But along the line, the man you are also talking to is also he has his constituencies. Are you getting it? Rivers has everly been an APC, I mean PDP state.
Yeah.
Now it will be the joy of the federal government to capture Rivers, to capture Delta, Akwa Ibom,
Akwa Ibom.
and probably Bayelsa. If you have done that, you've killed all the opposition. All the you've killed, you see, you understand. You've
You
killed
turn the country to a one-party
the
state.
one party state. And that is what they were trying to do. Wike resisted it. And Tinubu saw a leeway and he has taken it. And if you look at what Tinubu did in Lagos for the there has never been an opposition. All of them, either they ran out, even his deputy, if you oppose him, Sinot Ojukutu, to the other one, all of them. So you understand? But the judge that tried to raise went to jail, came back later, the court quashed. You understand? So Tinubu is good at stamping out opposition. And that is exactly what he's doing in Kanu. You understand?
But now,
So now,
where is Tinubu's finger in all of this?
Tinubu's finger is now who is Wike working for?
Tinubu, of course.
Right. If Tinubu did not approve of Wike's antics, by now Wike would have handed over. Wike would have left that place. Let's push a little bit further.
Olu,
Let's go further.
Thank you, sir.
Let's go further and test the will of the people. Let's go further. But if it gets to a point, the people are not resistant. Tinubu will say, go ahead. But if it gets to a point, the sound becomes so much, you will move on. But also, there is a limit. And I'm saying, like in Nigeria, there is a limit to which you can test the will of the people. Kanu wanted to boil. Rivers is a hotbed.
yeah,
Rivers is a hotbed.
Yeah.
I leave it at that.
Yes, sir. Thank you. You brought this this issue from this angle. You say human, can you please? Human angle.
Yeah.
Number one, as for the issue of Tinubu, they say uneasy lies the head that wears the crown. So whoever blames Tinubu for what is happening, even in my bedroom or my sitting room, he is the one that has brought himself to public domain. But for me, the little I know nothing has concerned Tinubu in this issue. And yesterday, the Minister of Information, Mohammed Idris, came out. He said, Wike is mature enough. What concerns Tinubu in this issue? He said, because it is their internal and state affairs. So, but for several reasons, you can call dog just to hang him.
All right.
No problem.
Quickly looking at the second sniper, so we'll be very fast with it because I want us to open up the phone line.
Yes.
The police PPRO that has stated categorically that no policeman has any reason to stop anybody from taking his picture or recording his video. How does that resonate with you?
Well, anywhere you go when you go to police stations all over Nigeria, there are these posters. The police
free.
is your friend.
The police is your friend, bail is free.
Bail is free. But is that
in reality?
And that is ironic. That is ironic. A policeman sees you, number one, as a prey, and he sees himself as a predator. He sees himself as superior to you. If the policeman, if he accosts you and you say he wants to get you down, you say, look, and you say, I'm moving this way. You say, why are you moving? You say, this is the right way. You say, no, your leg is here. You say, no, my leg is here. Okay, you just, all right. Before you know it again, he says, look, you are accusing, I mean, you are fighting with the law enforcement, so that one is there. And of course, it's written boldly, bail is free, but go and try to bail your friend.
Thank you for this topic. Number one, you see, a professor friend of mine said, crime is on the increase in Nigeria because an average Nigeria does not have time for litigation. Nigerians leave things for God. My brother, if you have time for litigation, you will see that a lot of things that we call right are complete wrongs. For this thing Oluwamuyiwa said yesterday as to this video, we've been seeing it. Agreed, some of us saw it by ourselves with our eyes there. We were, and truly, some of us are still seeing it by way of films. And there's a clear conscience that does not fear any accusation. Why would a policeman be angry that you want to video his activities? But because an average Nigerian have no time for litigation. Let me tell you, there was a case that happened in one of the police stations. My junior brother was arrested on frivolous things. Before I got there, they have removed all the money in his pocket. I got there, I collected all the money back. I collected all the money. I am from a place where we don't leave things for God like that. That is why in those days, most senior advocates of Nigerians were from the southwest. Even as I speak, there is a case I inherited, 70-year case, land matter. It's still in Supreme Court. And I'm 60 years old. And I know by grace of God, if I don't win, my children will win it. So why would I be afraid of litigation? And I like this law. In fact, there are some checkpoints I don't want to mention them. They are so notorious that I am advising all Nigerians to be going there with their video camera and video what they are doing. Rather than controlling the traffic, what they are basically doing is collecting 100 naira. We should not allow that one.
All right, let's pass phone lines
I
now.
will advise Nigerians not to follow that they lose case easily. If you want to go with spy camera or go with, or they will shoot you and they call you. Yes,
God will
yes,
that.
no,
Don't promise to that.
yes, go with spy camera or go with your phone as if you are taking a selfie. And if they catch you, you'll be in hot soup.
0809 799 1989 and 0809 4646 206 are the numbers to dial to be part of the program. This evening we have our first caller. Hello, good evening and welcome to Ground Zero. Good evening, what's your name and where are you calling us from?
Good evening, and good evening, Mark.
Alhaji Musa.
You see,
Hooray.
Okay, cool.
UK has left river, let river free. Please. UK wants to turn to Selucom. And I want to tell him that anything that happens in a heart and head, even the Bible says it. So he should not be ruling Abuja, ruling river. Let him allow them to pray. That's just what I'm calling him for. Let him allow the 9 doors tonight. Otherwise, when he started back to them, so I don't think he'll get it right. And it's an opportunity for the Fubara. Let him form his own cabinet that will be loyal to him.
Okay.
Blackstone can do that for more than 10 years. Have a wonderful day. Thank you
very much.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Kure. Yes, the program is Ground Zero. It's coming to you on Procyon Radio and Television and Invicta FM Kaduna. And the number to dial to make your contributions to the program today is 0809 799 1989. Hello, good evening, and welcome to the program. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, what's your name and where are you calling us from?
My name is Otumba Ubaya, President from Kano.
All right, Otumba, you're welcome.
Yes, so before I go on, I will say by Christmas,
By God's grace.
let us keep this thing now. Let us go on this camera of the phone. I think we should start with this when we are in. We should be very careful. I think we get life, go to court.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even with journalists are careful.
Nigerians, police officer will not tell you if you reach police station, now one English has a big issue. So please, don't let us mind what the PR will say. We should be very, very careful. Somebody that has gun with you, or somebody that has gun with you, and you don't have anything to protect yourself. And you want to camera him. Many cameras will smash on the floor and nothing will happen. We should be very careful. For weekend and look, forget the issue of the former governor, this current minister for FCC. We have forgotten all of us has been saying. You yourself, you say this party is the cancer, is the disease, and how you are living with that very party that you say is cancer. I think this is something we have been doing, and you should be very, very careful. It's time for this thing to just really now. All this godfatherism of the state doesn't lie. Let me take you back to Oyo State. During November, what happened with him and Baba? The same thing. The security officer of this HIV, they must be sharing. I just want to say what happened. Anambra State, the same thing. So this is the same person that was saying Lagos State, that this is Lagos State is punishing state, that we can't be doing this. We went to Edo State to say the same thing. So what is it doing now? And you are saying your structure. Who is he? When he was the governor of Rivers State, and the chief was in Abuja, and what happened to Adeshi? He made sure that Rivers State was less conducive for Adeshi. Yeah? And now you are saying you are structure, you are not the parents, you are not this, you are not that. You are saying you are your structure. Which structure? If anything you give the structure, it should be full. And this one is an executive officer. Let us say and remember that this man was accountant general. So now, just take a little time, we will see when it happens to the atrocities of wicked which he did, which Father offers for him. If he doesn't mind himself, things will be exposing themselves. And that's it. We should remember what happened in the Second Republic. It is all these things that made the military to come. The politicians should be very, very careful. They should be very, very careful. Nigeria is bigger than one person. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good evening. Thank you so very much. I should take the. Oh, we just lost that call. Hello, good evening, and welcome to Ground Zero. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
Hello, good evening. Yes, and the great judge. So my name is Comrade Gabriel.
All right, Comrade Gabriel. Talk to us.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Glory be to God that the issue of this Godism, I sponsor you, you will work according to my own will, is now exposing everywhere, almost all the state representations. It's just not unfortunate. And the forget also what the vice national chairman of our APC says. If the APC didn't take time, 2027, they may likely lose the election. Two, Tinubu should not also forget the lose records during the presidential election and other states. My other advice is that just as other corners, let demand the present governor of Liberty hold on to whatever is doing, just as the office say, even if it's two as a possible level, let him present his budget and approve it. Because what is happening is that he has also his own constituency, and with his own constituency, the people there are also equally backing him. So our prayer is that we should not take everything too much. We know what he did in the PDP, and still the PDP came second in the presidential election. So what is it that he is? So my own prayer is that the man at the river state should not share. Let him continue and make sure he holds on perfectly to what he's doing in the river state. God Almighty will continue to protect him and everybody there at river state in Jesus' name. Amen.
All right, thank you, Comrade Gabriel, for also stopping by this evening. And 009-799-1989 and 009-4646-206 are the numbers today. Hello, good evening, and welcome to Ground Zero. What's your name and where are you calling us from? Hello, good evening. Yes, you're welcome to the program.
Yeah, my name is Barnabas.
All right, where is Barnabas calling us from?
Calling from Kaduna.
All right, talk to us.
Yeah, I just want to check.
Hello, Barnabas.
Yeah.
Yes, I can hear you now. Talk to us.
Okay, I said I want to talk a little bit about the wicked issue.
All right.
We should not forget that this is politics. And politics is all about structure. And wicked has taken his time to build his structure in rivers. And before then, the person in question is aware of it. It was an agreement between the two.
Okay.
And now, we can see it that before now, it took him years. Now, if they should pull down all the structures, how long will it take him to rebuild the structure in rivers? And don't forget, when it comes to elections in Nigeria, River State and Kano is one of the major states that polls no way for them to settle the real issue.
All right.
Let them settle this issue. We can give him his condition. Just allow for instruction. Do whatever you want to do. Or what brought you in, allow him to exist. Because he wants it to affect him when they put them down.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much, Barnabas, for stopping by today and also adding your voice to the conversation as we come back to the studio and continue with our guest. Now, we've heard from the callers, and okay, let's take this call. Hello, good evening, and welcome to Ground Zero. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
Thank you very much.
All right, Dr. Mark. All right. All right. Rerun. Yes.
Man and
Yeah.
that is what I'm telling you is called impunity.
All right. All right. Otumba, we are running out of time now. All right. Thank you so very much, Otumba Rufai. And that should be the last call we'll take today as we come back to the studio. He made something that's very, very important.
Yes, yes.
Layman in the
Parading himself.
as
Allegedly. As journalists, somebody just called allegedly parading himself as a speaker when the court has declared it his position null and void.
Yeah.
Should go for re-election.
Yeah.
This is what we are talking about. And this is what, if Governor Obasani wants to really come out on a clean slate, like he said,
He needs to take a position.
yes, he
Clearly.
needs to take a position. Call this man to order so that it will not affect your party.
Yes.
How can somebody that the laws have declared, I mean, he's supposed to go for a rerun, come back and be parading himself, and people are complaining. This is the third call.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Although
unfortunately, this is the
1
part
minute.
short. But starting from Liman, every Nigerian citizen have a right to go to court and say this thing you are doing is contentious. There's a court order. What concerns Tinubu and Obasani in this? Nothing. You understand?
What he said,
Yes.
we don't say it does not.
No, it has gotten to the court of finality, which was appeal for elected members. I followed it, but these days
there should be a rerun.
Please let me interject. Let me even
all the paraphernalia of his office.
Let me even come back. See, Mr. Hayes,
can go.
Mr. Hayes, you are by law, by God's giving, you are the president of your house.
Yeah, yeah.
So if one of your household is going wrong,
I call them to order.
They say the president is the father of the nation.
Take for example, I can draw an analogy now.
Yeah.
As a head of my household, maybe my kids and my wife are having issues in the kitchen. That yes, my wife is in charge of the kitchen. It's a constituency. If I see that it will result in the food burning, I will step in and say no.
See, I will give you
So
another
that's just an
example.
analogy.
President George Bush.
Yeah.
President George Bush, 1992. There was this candidate, that wanted to contest to an election under the Republican Party, and the man was a neo-Nazist and a racist. George Bush came out and said, "Don't vote this man. He is from my party, but don't vote him." Are you
All
getting
right,
it?
let's just wrap up because we actually have 1 minute to go.
Party,
In 1
so,
minute, you're
no,
passing
no
short.
problem. The truth of the matter is, I'm praying that Kubara will embrace wisdom in whatever he's doing, and to also correct an impression. Amechi did not bring Wike. Wike was already Minister of State Education, and PDP was totally crumbled by Amechi. It was Wike that built it up.
Okay.
So please.
Okay, to correct.
Yes, yes.
clarify.
Even the man we are talking. Has anybody seen him sitting in the house?
No. The job of a speaker does not start and
His
end only
deputy
in the
speaker is
house.
not a speaker.
Does not start and end in the house.
He has not done
Other
anything
things that
official.
he will
That
he will also do outside of the office. Let's say that
he has not done
his
anything.
seat and
The
position
cars with
does
him.
not start and end in the house. All the
I can
paraphernalia
assure you, he
of
has not
office
done anything.
must also
He has
be
never done
withdrawn.
anything. No,
It has been withdrawn.
did not remove the cars.
No, you are a proponent of educating Nigeria.
When you live
When
an
they remove
office
you as a governor,
so you still move around, you hold the mace, you carry the
the governor does
office.
not need to say withdraw the car, withdraw the car,
no mace.
and all of that,
There's no
Let's leave
mace.
that aside.
There's no
So your party short.
My parting shot is this: there are Supreme Court cases. I mean, pronouncement. Yes, that states that if a legislator vacates his party, he will also vacate his position. Let it be honored. Then, secondly, President Tinubu is the father of Nigeria. Any part of Nigeria that is going to burn, it is incumbent on him to extinguish the fire.
Yes.
That is my take.
All right, and our take from here is that the next edition of the program will be on Tuesday. Between now and then, we sincerely appreciate Victor FM and, of course, Nifemi Onibi. You're not forgetting Wisdom Agulana right here at the Procyon Media Center. Say a very big thank you to Timothy Danjuma. Unfortunately, his internship is ending today. And Timothy, quickly come to the camera. Let's say hello to all this while you've always been behind the camera. Timothy, you can see the young man.
The man behind the wheels.
They have always been behind all that's been happening. He's from the Ahmadu Bello University and he's been interning with us for some time now. So I wish you the very best. So that you'll still be coming around.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you so very much, Timothy.
Congratulations.
And on the following show, Michael Odiakatu, Humphrey Ilore, Michael Praise, Efose Adman, and of course, to Sarah Adman for handling and managing this production. My name is Ahis Adman. We'll see you on Tuesday for a fresh edition of the program Ground Zero, right here on Procyon Radio and Television, and of course on Invicta FM. Between now and then, plant the tree today, water it, and watch it grow. But most importantly, keep shining like the star that you are. May the good mighty Lord bless and keep us all.
This